Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 Clash video, and we're here for part 2 of our finals video, where we're going to be doing the last 4 races. We did the first 4 races in our first part, so if you haven't seen that one, make sure to check it out, where we did our first 4 races. So we managed to put up a score of 162 for our first 4 races, which was kind of below what we did in the opening round. So we're trying to finish up our last 4 races really strong here. Lando Norris have been struggling for us in those 4 races. Hopefully he do a little bit better here. So let's jump on into it. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed. Turn on your post notification. Also remember to smash that like button. Let's go see what we could do here. Here we go for our first race on the video. We're on Imola. Right, so now is when we're going to be wheeling out the event boost on these tracks. Let's see where we qualify. We haven't seen Lando Norris dropping out of qualifying, but he came back up in this one into a P12 spot. So we're going to give him the Eclipse. And Verstappen qualified P2. We're just going to give him something with some fuel so he can pull away and boost for longer. So we're going to go Instinct with Verstappen. And we're starting off for Norris on soft tires as well, as we're going to aim for a different kind of strategy. We're going to, since we're going to use this boost with the high power, we're going to aim for a strategy that requires him to boost as much and drive as fast as he can to make up positions. Alright, so we see Verstappen already out in P1, so we can cut off his fast pit start. Lando Norris got a great start there, and he's up to P9. Alright, so we're going to try and stick and pick up some positions off these guys where we can. So we picked up Sainz as they go through the corners and struggle. And now we're going to boost Orlando Norris, and we see we've picked up Perez. Really nice. So now we're going to use that boost to fly up the straight and possibly pick up some positions. Ooh, nice overtake there from Lando on his first boost. Ooh, can we get P4? Alright, so we didn't get P4 there, but we're going to keep that boost on him. See if we can squeeze in front of P4. There we go. Alright, we're going to go to pit with Norris now for a fresh pair of mediums. And then we're going to do 3 laps on those mediums as we bring Verstappen around for some softs. He's way out there. Nobody's going to be catching up to him. Alright, so here comes Norris on his mediums. He's going to get back out in P13, P14. Alright, so we're going to cut him down there. Now we're going to use this speed on this boost down the inside. Good try to get Hamilton. We're now going to use his speed. Remember, we came into pit at Lando Norris at P4. So we're not... Come on! He's just getting blocked by Hamilton. He's just holding him up here. Unable to pass Lewis. Now we should be able to boost past Lewis here. And Lewis just held him up really bad there. So we're down to P10. So the undercut strategy here is kind of losing speed because we're stuck. And we should have already been picked up. So those on mediums and hards, we're going to be going to pit in this lap. We should get a chance to overtake majority of them. If we weren't stuck, we would have been right up there in the fight. But Lando's stuck here. Now we get to clear. Alright, so he's up to P5. And then we're just going to let him finish up, create some distance with this lap, as Lewis Hamilton comes in behind him here to help. So we can come back to Lewis for softs. Alright, let's see Norris on softs and hard tires up ahead. Alright, we're going to bring him back in for some fresh mediums. We have good distance created, so we should not lose P5 here. And then we should be good enough to go and catch up to those guys in the front and possibly get past them. Those guys on hards, and then we should be good enough to catch up to Norris on those softs, who will be going to pit, and get by him when he goes to pit. All right, so there we go, clearing one. So we should now use this Eclipse boost, use the power to drive really, really fast here and go catch up to P2 and P3, because we should clear Lando Norris here. The question now is, are we going to have the fuel to do so? And it turns out we're not going to have that fuel to do so. So let's see if on conserve, if the Eclipse boost can go and catch up for that last push lap. Let's see. Hamilton all the way up to P6 in lapping, slowing them down. Alright, so it's the final lap, and we're not going to be able to catch up to them at all. Don't have enough fuel to do so. It's because we got that block where we got from the rival Hamilton and Danny Ricciardo. That block, man, that block was crazy. Let's get up to regular driving here. So we hold P4 and don't lose it to P5, who's coming, Ricciardo, charging. And we could boost from here to the finish line without running out of fuel. There we go. Ooh, we ran out right across the line. Alright. So 45 points for us in our first race. That's good. That's good. That's just 2 points off. Perfect. That's good. If we could continue with 445s, that would be nice. Alright. So looking good for our first race here. Let's take a quick look at the rival, and then we'll jump into the next race. So we managed to get the higher team score. Level 4 Verstappen with level 5 Hamilton. And I could have bet he got a Mirage in there. Let's jump into our next race. Here we go for our next race. We're on Canada for this one. The dreaded Canada. Overtaking is a nightmare here. So hopefully we get a good qualifiers. And hopefully we can pick up some position from the start. If not, it's going to be a pain. It's going to be a pain. All right, so come on, Verstappen. Get up there. Get into P2. Come on, Lando. Get up there. Get into P12. P2, P14. Lando didn't get into P12 this time. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go Kawhi for Lando. And since Verstappen is out in P2, we could just go Instinct for that extra fuel. And we're going to start them both on soft tires. Alright, so if nothing, we'll come back to hards with Lando Norris and see if we can pick up some positions from there. So Verstappen should move off and pick up the lead nice and early. So it's just a matter of Lando Norris getting in there, squeezing in and jamming in there and picking up some position. There you go. Hold that P12. Nice. Right, so Verstappen is off, so we're going to cut off that so he doesn't go to pit to wet tires. Lando Norris losing out to hards on boosts. That was crazy if he lost that position. Alright, so keep at that boost. We should close. Yeah. Alright, so it's Canada. Overtaking is a nightmare here. So you just have to try and squeeze into positions here and there. That's all you got to try to do. Squeeze into some positions here and here. All right, so we might go to pit in the third, come back to hards and boost those hards to finish on Norris. That might be the plan for Norris here. And we could probably do the same for Verstappen. He's all the way out there. So we'll try to squeeze in front of Gasly. He's on hards as well. Shouldn't be too much of a fight. There we go. Because he's on hards. And we're on the softer compound. So that shouldn't be too much of a fight. Come on, Norris. Good try to squeeze on Alonso there. After all, it's Canada. Overtaking is a bit of a nightmare here. But we got Alonso there. All right, we're going to go back to pit now for hards. And go long. We see one AI P8. Who is that? Following one of the Ferraris. He's going to be doing the same strategy we are. Oh, it was Bottas. It was Valtteri. All right, so now what we're going to be doing is boosting on our hards to try and pick up. So we should team orders Leclerc. He cut the boost off nice and early because that will be team ordering Leclerc to slow down and give us the position. All right, so let's keep that charge going. A lot of these cars are going to be going to pit and they're not going to be servicing because we've already made our pit stops and they want to jump in front of us. And that them not going to service is basically going to give them a breakdown at a later stage in the race. So all of these cars on hards and mediums have not gone to pit as yet. I don't think we're going to catch those on mediums, but we should catch these guys that are on hard tires up to P6. All right, so there goes P6 just going in right there. Let's see if we can clear P6. No, we did not. We did not clear P6 at all. Who's that? It's Verstappen. How did Verstappen catch up? Oh my god, Max Verstappen. Crazy. Alright, so we're up to P10 with Norris. Let's see who. Only Verstappen did not go to pit, but some of these guys should suffer breakdowns at the later stages in the race, and we're not out of fuel because some of them did not service on their pit stop because they wanted to pass us. Like the rival Verstappen there, definitely is going to be coming out really fast. And or Verstappen has already lapped these guys, so they're not going to be able to unlap themselves until Verstappen finishes his race. But yeah, it is Canada, so whatever you get at Canada, you just take it. You know, there's not much you could do at Canada than to take whatever you get. As overtaking is pretty bad at Canada here, so it looks like we're going to be possibly holding for a 39 unless one of these cars suffer a breakdown and we could pick up what position. Man, the AI's pit stops are really fast. Verstappen suffering a breakdown there. Let's boost from here. Alright, so nobody suffered a breakdown. And we're out of fuel right at the line. Luckily, we're out of fuel right at the line and we did just spiral off and spin and slam into a wall or something there. We ran out right on the line. Let's take a look at some of these AI's pit stop. They're really fast. 39 points for us. We'll take it. Some of these pit stop times, man. Crazy from the AIs. Look at that. Leclerc 2.36. And then the rest of them is just like right off of 2 point something, you know? While we as real players are getting some pit stop like 3 seconds and so on, 4 seconds with servicing. We see AIs doing 2.6 seconds in the pits. Let's jump into our next race. Crazy. Here we go for our next race on Mexico. Set to be 19% chance of rain. If it rains, it's going to be some form of bipolar weather. I would think. Let's see. Yesterday it didn't rain, and today it's nice and sunny in qualifying. So possibly it's going to be some form of mixed race with some form of bipolar weather. Let's see. In P2, P14, P15 is where we are, and there goes the rain coming in. Alright, so we're going to go instinct again for Verstappen. And since it's going to do some form of raining, we're going to go hex with Lando Norris. Since it's going to do some form of raining. Let's go. We should have gone like for tune with Lando, so he gets a fast pit stop, but we'll go with the hex anyways. Let's put in our fast start method. See if Lando can dive to the inside. Bottas blocking. Good block from Bottas. Please don't lose any position, Lando. Man, lose 2 positions. Man. Around the inside, cut down so he takes that inside line. Didn't gain any positions from the inside line, and we'll just cut him down there and let Verstappen go create his distance. And we'll just drive from P16 and try and make up some positions. Taking that corner hardly wide. Right, so we'll boost down the straight, see if we can squeeze down the inside all the way. Nice overtake there, up 3 positions on that first corner. It's gonna rain in a second. Come on, put some support. Don't lose your position, Lando. Give some support. It's gonna rain in a few seconds. We're still gonna go around for another lap. And because we want to see how long is the rain gonna last, then we'll boost down the straight with that hex. Down to the inside. Ooh, 1 minute of rain. Let's cut that down to conserve. We're on the outside. Switch to the inside. No little switch. And who's that? Max Verstappen. Right behind Lando Norris. Right, we're gonna boost Norris from here. Not gonna dive into pit. He has the hex boost to go down the inside. Then we'll cut him down there. Alright, Verstappen out in the pits. He's not out. He's in the pits. And we're gonna go to pit with Norris from here. Let's see if we can boost Verstappen here. And see if he could go and come and catch up. Like all those guys on hards are not gonna go to pit. All those on mediums are not gonna go to pit. So they're all gonna be out there on regular tires while we go to pit now. So this is where the tune boost would have came in really handy. You see the rival Hamilton getting the jump on us in the pits there. The pit stop time on some of these cars, man, crazy. Alright, so let's go pick up some positions behind Hamilton. Let's cut down Verstappen so he doesn't team orders or lap Norris. You don't want to get lapped. You want Norris to let free. Go pick up positions. Now we see the AI is going to pit. As we squeeze through a few of them. Up to P9. Now we can boost Verstappen. So he hold up a few of them. There we go. So there's still cars in front of us that have not pitted just yet. George Russell. There he is right there in P5 blocking up the road. So can we squeeze through this blockade by Russell? Down the inside. Nice inside line there from Russell to block Hamilton, giving us that position. So we should pick up to P5. There we go. Up to P5. As we streamline on our way to the finish. There goes P4 rival Verstappen. The hex boost flying. Alright, still not at 26% and we're out of fuel. Alright, so P1, P5 it looks like for this race. The tune would have done a little bit of better job. Here is the rival. See if we could squeeze in front with the hex. We don't want to run out of fuel. Ooh, rivals suffer a breakdown. We're gonna boost the hex here. Come on, get out the way with your breakdown, bro. Suffered a breakdown, no servicing, and then want to suffer a breakdown right at this main straight going to the finish line to win the race. Crazy. Crazy. Alright, let's take a quick look at the rival and jump into our next race. So our team score was just a little bit higher than the rival. Level 6 Hamilton, level 6 Verstappen. Oh, man has the flux in there. Wow. Going for a really fast pit stop, 2.8 seconds. And look at the AI pit stop, 2.4 going to Verstappen. And they're going from there. Alright, let's jump into our final race. Here we go for our final race of the video for France. So looks like we're going to be scoring lower than our opening round score. And whenever you see that, you know it wasn't a good event at all for your finals. It wasn't a good finals for you at all. Let's see where we qualify here. P2, P15. Alright, so we're going to give Instinct. And then we're going to give Eclipse. Or should we go dead? Let's go dead fast for Lando Norris. And we're going to keep him on softs. Alright, we're going to keep him on softs. Alright, let's go fast start method. We're going to start off by giving Norris the fast start method. And then we'll give it to Verstappen. Is already out in P1, so he doesn't really need it anyways. Let's see if Norris picks up some position from P15. Alright, so he's up to P12. Cut down, so he takes the inside. A little late on the cut down there. Let's see if the dead fast can go down the inside of Bottas here. Good block from Bottas. That's a good overtaking spot for the dead fast boost right there. Let's see if we can do around them both. Around them both. It's glitching. I hate when it's glitchy like that. Then we got slammed into the back of Gasly, and then look at that. Oh no. That's why he slammed into the back of Gasly and slowed down. Look at that. We forgot. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna go back to pit. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep that boost on him so he doesn't lose too much time. Yeah, we're just gonna bring him back to pit. For Verstappen, we're gonna bring him back to pit as well. In the fourth here, so nobody's going to pit. That's really nice. Continue. Really nice. So 2 cars going to pit. That's really nice. And we're gonna come back to softs. We're gonna come back to softs with Norris. And then we're gonna let Norris boost now for 2 laps, and then we're gonna come to mediums and go to finish from there. So we'll just let Norris boost for two laps. See if he can retake some positions, possibly get back up into the top 10 by the end of the race. Let's see. Don't get any block. Here we go. Good amount of cars in the pits. Don't get any block. On the inside. Now we got blocked by Magnussen there. Don't get any block. Up to P21, so we didn't get to pick up back any position from those guys who were in the pits. As we push for our 2 laps. And then we're just going to come back to pit for mediums. And then we're just going to go to finish from there. We're up to P19. Get a nice double overtake. Cut down there. Boost back up. Cut down there. And we're going to boost back up. And that wet pit stop just destroyed us. Orlando Norris there. Getting lapped by Verstappen again. And yeah, we're just going to let him boost from there and pick up wherever he can pick up positions. If he can pick up any. Down the inside with the dead fast. There we go. That straight is a nice overtaking spot for the dead fast. See if we can get that inside line. Albon. Good block from Albon. Albon still blocking, and we're just like right on the back of him. Stuck. Lando Norris. Yeah, that pit stop kind of messed us up because we got a good, pretty decent start, but it's alright. It is what it is. Now we get to squeeze by Albon, squeeze by Mick Schumacher, squeeze down the inside of Vettel. As Vettel is trying to overtake, so we're not going to be able to overtake him. We have to overtake them both at the same time. Inside line. Oh man, we cut down so beautiful there for him to take the inside line. Didn't take it. Now we're out of fuel. P17. So that looks like 30 something points. 32. We already had a bad event where we weren't outscoring or opening round. So it's all good. And we have 1 lap to go. These tires doesn't look like they can go for the entire lap either. But we're not going to go back to pit at all. We're going to keep going with them. Got 1 position up to P16, P15 now. We kind of have Verstappen right behind us holding up those guys. And we won't have fuel, extra fuel to boost to the line. So we'll just have to let him continue to cruise. He's going to lose P15, drop down to P16. Let's cut him up to regular driving here so he can squeeze through as fast as he can. Get in a little tow from Verstappen. Oh man, he got a little tow. Ooh, now he can squeeze across the line. P18. So that should be 31 point for us. Whew, what an event. We weren't going to outscore our opening round best either. Rival had a higher team score as well. Level 7 Russell with a level 6 Verstappen. And yeah. So that's basically going to be it for this one. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing in your event. And use code word continue down below to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys who watch the full videos for all your support. And our final score, disappointing, 322. And in our opening round we did 340. Yeah, so if we weren't outscoring 340, it's a disappointing event for us. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll go again and bounce back and we'll come back and try again in the next event. Alright, so that's basically going to be it for this one. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Well, good guys. Bye. Shout out to Marco Pedrana, JJ, Vid Mantis, Christopher Graves, Alfredo Jr., Nathan Arsenio, and Touch My Dilly.